July 1st, this sergeant gets mortally wounded on the north end of town. As he lay dying, he held a photograph of his 3 children. Those are his 3 kids. That's obviously a copy. A few days later, a local woman comes across his body. She takes the photograph from his hands, gives it to her father, who owned a saloon on the outskirts of town. He would have a chance encounter with a doctor named John Francis Bournes. His picture's not in here. I have one upstairs, and he's a volunteer surgeon for the Union Army. He's intrigued by the photograph, and he takes it. He asks if he could have it, and it was his mission to find the family of Amos Humiston, because nobody knew who he was. He had no identification on him. And Amos Humiston's wife, who lived in Portville, New York, a small town in New York State, she realizes her husband's killed at the Battle of Gettysburg. Dr. Bournes, she would be in touch with him. He would take a train to Portville. He's welcomed as this hero, the Good Samaritan, because this became national news. The headlines would be "Children of the Battlefield," "Whose father was he?" And Dr. Bournes was also selling copies of that photograph for $0.25 apiece, and he said that the money would go to the future education of the 3 children. Sounds like he's this Good Samaritan, but we find out Dr. Bournes wasn't such a good guy after all. He would ultimately be the founder of the orphanage, but he never returned the original photograph to the family. Family was angry. They wanted the photograph that Amos was holding, and he says, "You will get it upon my death." And when he dies years later, he still didn't. The family never got the picture. Backing up, the orphanage after the Civil War, obviously there's over 600,000 men killed there in the course of the Civil War. There were thousands of orphan children. This becomes one of the first orphanages of its kind to open after the Civil War. And this Dr. Bournes is part of a group of men based out of Philadelphia. They form a corporation. The group included General George Meade, who was the commanding general. Dr. Bournes, this group, George Meade, the general, actually raised a lot of money to purchase this building. This building was occupied or owned by a man who fought in the War of 1812. His name was Captain John Myers. The group from Philadelphia, they purchased the building and the land, which is about 2.5 acres. This is the backyard. This is not an original part. And when the orphanage opens, Dr. Bournes, he's the secretary and treasurer. He's responsible for hiring the staff to run the place. And he brings in a number of people at leadership positions as matron, as they call them. And he also reaches out to Philinda Humiston, asks her, would you be willing to move to Gettysburg you can bring your 3 children, she could live in the building, and she was hired as the mistress, the wardrobe mistress, and amongst other duties, making sure the kids were dressed properly, etc. And the children absolutely love her. And Amos, her husband, is buried next door in the National Cemetery. So initially off the bat, the children are very happy, they're well fed, they're well clothed, they're getting a great education, they would be out here in the backyard playing, they volunteer in the community. Within the first year of opening, the orphanage is visited by then General U.S. Grant, who is in this photograph here. You see the children are all outside for the picture. The orphanage looks very much the same today as it did in 1867. Things are going really well for the first 3 years, but Miss Philinda would meet a man passing through town. He was a veteran of the war. His name was Asa Barnes. He was a widower. They made eye contact. Asa Barnes sends her a letter proposing they get married, and she's looking for a new chapter in her life. She accepts, and they actually get married in the dining room here at the orphanage, tended by all the children and other local folks. It's a festive occasion, but the children are sad because their beloved Miss Philinda is moving to Massachusetts with her new husband. So Dr. Bournes is responsible for hiring the next matron. He knows a woman that he said had exceptional credentials, strong disciplinarian, thought she'd be perfect, and her name is Rosa J. Carmichael. And she is the complete opposite of Miss Philinda. She hates children, never been married, probably the cruelest woman you'd ever want to put involved with children of any kind. But she comes in 1870, and that's when the dark history begins, the dark cloud that seems to hover over this building to this very day. The children who had been happy are miserable. They're petrified of this woman because she would torture them and punish them for any slight infraction they might commit. Children had been well fed, now they're underfed, they're malnourished, their clothes are worn and tattered. It's just a horrible place. And her punishments would happen out here, which was the backyard, in the dining room next door. Her cruelest punishments would happen in the cellar downstairs. And hot summer days, she would actually tie children's wrists to the split rail fence that surrounded the property. The children would be out in the hot sun baking for hours. Wild dogs used to run loose in Gettysburg, would growl at the children, gnaw at their ankles, had to be petrified. At least one child we know died while Rosa was in charge, and it's believed several other children either died or went missing. One boy was named Robert Turner, and one day a local child came to the orphanage, knocks on the door, asks, "Is Robert home? Can he come out and play?" And Miss Rosa basically tells him, "Robert's not here, he's dead." One night, this Richard Hutchinson actually snuck out of here. He walked 20 miles in his bare feet to Waynesboro, Pennsylvania, which is where Dr. Barnes was born. And he told authorities, "You got to do something, this woman's crazy. The children are being tortured, they're not getting any food." Finally, things close in on Rosa. She's actually taken to court. She's charged with 3 counts of cruelty and abuse of children. She's found guilty on one of the 3 charges, the incident involving the boy in the outhouse. Her punishment, which was the harshest that can be imposed on a woman during that time, she's fined a total of $20. And she is ordered to leave town. And amazingly, she doesn't leave town right away. She comes right back here. She said everything was a lie. They're slandering my good name. She stayed here for at least a couple more months before finally, one night, she just disappears.
So Keith over here has night vision goggles. Huh? Creepy doll right there. Just sitting on the steps. I'm not going to touch it. I kind of wish to be in a basement.
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear Sean's audio intermittently cutting in. He's on an adventure down there.
Is he nervous?
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, no. No. I don't know if you heard that, but there was definitely noise. I'm hoping someone's above me. I'm going to justify that someone is above me. And I'm just going to move over here.
Is there anybody here? So I said that and the EMF started going off. Is that okay? Going away. Hello? Did you just hear that?
I heard that. I heard it. You heard that too?
Did you just hear that? Oh, they just said no. 10:53. Who am I talking to? It's trying to come through.
Come over here.
What was that? Did you hear that? Say something, Keith.
I'm not saying something. You're saying you're doing it. I'm so scared about that.
Are you? Who are you?
You alright? Wanna put that away?
I'm trying to listen. Are you an orphan? Is anyone here? You talked to me before. Yeah. I think you can see.
I can't see nothing.
You see the
I'm getting
goosebumps?
nothing on my reading.
So, you guys,
Dude, we.
well, hold on. So, this is the team. Team, this is Jack. This is Key. Key, say hi.
Hello?
Jim, you all know Jim.
You all know me from the podcast.
And then there's Steve, the cameraman, but he doesn't like being in front of the camera, so I won't keep him on there too long. And he's my camera guy, my tech guy, my everything guy.
There's,
Alright.
there's activity.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Dude, we heard a clear voice.
Yeah?
So we were like, is anybody here? I said, is anybody here?
So-
All of a sudden, literally 2 seconds later, the radio, yes. And then that radar started going off. The EMF started going off. We have it all on film.
Well, I'll tell you about what I experienced.
Did the REM pod go off?
Oh, did the REM pod go off?
Boop, 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 blows up.
Alright, so I get down there, setting up. I set it on the bench, and, you know, I'm talking with the chat, I'm getting set up, nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
I walk around, you know, the basement, come back over to the side, about to sit down.
Oh, EMF.
Was that you? No, I think it's over here. Okay. And I sat down, as soon as I sat down, it starts beeping as if someone sat down next to me. I'm like, okay, well guys, hold up, let's check it. Like, is me sitting down shaking it? So we shook it, nothing happened. Like, I'm gonna put it on the ground just in case. And so we did some pretty intelligent response back and forth. This is the craziest one. I said, like, I was explaining how to use REM pod. Come up to it and touch it, and they immediately did. And they were holding it. I said, now to reset and for me to ask you another question, can you touch it? And I'll throw this on just for laughs. And so I said, and so they're holding it down. You know, they're doing this, right? And they're holding it down. I said, now can you back off? Back off. And you go, okay, I'm gonna ask you another question, and then you can do the same thing. And I go, were you one of the kids killed by the matron? Nothing. And I go, oh, didn't even think, I go, does that word like offend you? Do you not want, and it immediately touched it.
Oh,
Yeah, that was,
that's creepy.
yeah. I went, so that was just like in the main basement. Then there's the pit. Like, I was hyper, like, most of these
You're
people are my friends and
hyper
they know me.
focused, scared.
Well, like, I was like word vomiting, like, as much like just
Oh, dude.
talking, like, trying to out-talk the scare. But when I got into the pit, I was just calm, like nothing. Like, I was just like, oh, guys, yeah, no, we should really actually think about this. This is a sad place. And,
So you got the emotional feel of it.
yep.
Kiss.
We were talking about my mom, because she was on the stream. Actually, talking about her. I was bad-mouthing her before I knew she was watching the stream. And your mom's here, by the way. And anyway, but I started talking to my mom, and the REM part starts going off. I'm like, oh, wait, these are all orphans. That's probably a thing for them.
Is this Robert Turner?
Definitely a no.
Did you hear that?
I heard a no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like messing with my tech over here right now, but. So, it's not Robert Turner. Who is it?
Is this Emily? No, I heard no.
No?
It was like a light no. Is Adam here? Was that Adam? Is it anybody previously who lived in this orphanage? Like I had it real close and just threw me off. If you're here, touch Steve, our cameraman.
If there's too many people here, we can leave. Good afternoon.
I think that was just gibberish that came to him.
Somebody just said here. It said here.
Is that here?
It said here.
You are here?
Are you here?
There's definitely words I couldn't make it out. I have the worst earphones.
Do you want us to leave? Why are you still here?
Is anybody down here? I thought I heard yep.
I thought I heard a yell.
It's like that little dip. It was like yep.
Bigfoot?
Do they even know what aliens were back then? Maybe they... History?
History.
Yes. Do they know aliens from history?
I don't know. That sounds pretty good too.
That was a solid, like, I mean, it was definitely like a song that came through.
Chariots of the gods.
Did you see that?
What does it say?
I didn't quite catch it. It was like
Do you speak like Homer?
Can you kill a spirit box?
I'm turning this off too. Maybe this.
If you can try to focus on the... Yeah. Can you focus on this box in my hand? It's going out to 0.344155.
Can you focus on the other one?
Can you focus on the... Yes. Can you focus on the other one in Key's hands? Do you...
Is it your hand placement?
No. I'm going to hand this to my friend Jim. And if you want to carry with him, go ahead.
Sit next to him.
Show the camera. Still going. Can you talk to Key over here?
Can you go near key?
Come to my device.
Can you go to the other device?
Can we? Hold that.
Up.
Show 'em. Show 'em. Are they both going off?
They're both going off. That's cool.
So he like swapped over.
Is there anybody here? Can you guys understand me? Is Emily down here? There's one before that voice. Is Adam down here? Touch the red dot if you're here. Is anybody in the cellar with us?
Yeah, when I was down here alone, obviously we were alone. The heart rate naturally goes up. But I started feeling anxious. I'm not feeling anxious. I think we can probably
Throw in
as soon as-
I could throw in a bonus location for you guys.
Oh,
Ooh.
If you want.
alright, well.
Is there anybody in here?
is in here, can you touch the red light on the floor? Or use the radio waves going out of that to communicate?
I don't think.
Buff
It was a
up?
female's voice.
That was. Can you repeat that? We're building a. Rosa has some sick beats. Do you feel like people are lying about you? Did you do the things they're accusing you of? The chorus?
No.
Is there someone here? Is there someone here that's not Rosa? Would you like to speak with us? Can you touch the light on the ground? If you come here and you pour your energy into this antenna, it will make beeps and flashes, and we can communicate with you that way. Can you do that to us now? Or can you talk into that black box in our friend Key's hands?
Are you here with us, Rosa?
Yeah?
I heard that.
You heard yeah?
I definitely heard
I
yeah.
heard it too.
Do you only want to speak to me, Rosa? Rosa, are you still with us? It's hitting the radios again.
Yeah.
Rosa, was your soul ever redeemed?
Is your name even Rosa? No.
Sean.
There we go. We might be onto something. Okay. Are you the person we think of as Rosa? Okay. Can you retreat from the red? Now, if you are the person that we assume is the matron of this house that we think is named Rosa, can you touch the light again? Are you someone entirely different? Jim, why don't you continue with the question?
If you're somebody else, touch the red light.
Do you not like us here?
Some things it was flexing here and there.
What did they just say?
Not really? Maybe?
Kind of got that too.
So they're not a spirit?
No, he said, do you want us here? He says, not really. Well, we don't want to be intrusive, but if you can answer one or two more questions. Okay.
So you will.
Oh. Okay, we are being intrusive and we're ruining your peace.
Take your hand off if you think we're being intrusive. Oh?
Okay. Now, if you want us to leave, and this will be the last one, if you want us to leave this room for tonight, please touch the red light. No? Nothing? Okay. Do you want us to stay? Something. Are you indecisive?
Are you a woman?
Jaywalk?
Are we jaywalking right now?
Are we trespassing?
Are we trespassing? What is it?
Alright, so I want to respect you, so I feel as though we've trespassed, and I think you've made that clear. In some degree. At least you think we're being intrusive. So we're going to pick up and move.
Do you want us to leave right now?
Alright? Alright? And I'll roll my EMF detector. Nothing right now. I don't feel anything in just gonna sit down in this pew, and if there's anyone who would like to talk, I'm here to listen. I'm gonna ask some questions. You can answer those questions in the affirmative by going towards the red light. Is there anyone here with us? If you were a child here, did you die here? Is this Rosa? I heard some footsteps. I don't know if you were shuffling, maybe?
Mm.
Did you hear those footsteps?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Maybe I'm crazy.
Of course, Mel's hearing the other guys, so.
Let's see. Is anybody down here with us?
Is anybody down here? Besides us?
Are we alone?
Always alone in the universe.
Do you believe in a thing called love?
Do you believe in God? Do you believe in Easter?
Do you believe in Jesus?
Heard, yeah.
Yeah. Does anyone want to have a conversation?
Who are you? Tell me your story, Jim. I heard that too. I wouldn't give the last name though. Since they don't give last names, we're not giving last names.
Some call me Jimothy. Are you from Gettysburg?
You're not from around here, aren't you? Are you a slave?
Are you from the north?
South.
Are you from the south? And he said no. It was a sad war.
Firmly.
I heard that too. And we know it wasn't the common people that were fighting, it was politicians that controlled everything. What was that? What was that? Say that again? Say get out?
Yeah, man. You mad?
I heard now.
I heard no, sir.
Are you at peace?
Is there a life after death?
Well, I hope Jim and Key are doing better than us.
What time is it?
2:30. About
It was like 20 minutes.
Probably only been like 8.
Yeah, it's been clear than that. I want the REM pod.
It's just for flashiness, honestly. I
Yeah.
don't think anything really. It's pretty cool. Is that your REM pod?
Are you trying to communicate? I think maybe it's a weak energy.
I think it's just it's got a really bad battery. I used to have toys like that too.
Well, it just went off by itself. It wasn't like we went near it and it went off.
Yeah.
Are you here?
Holy shit. Dude.
Holy fuck, dude.
I felt something there.
Say something, I'm breaking up with you.
Do you want him to stop singing?
Stop!
You got chills?
Yeah. You get any activity up there? No. We've been getting activity.
We've been getting activity.
You want the red pod?
Yeah.
We don't even need that. They're touching
that fucking mouse ball's been
they're
going
touching
off.
the ball. I wasn't getting any crazy reading either. But that ball was going off. I even said to Jimmy, I was like, it's probably just a bad battery. As soon as I said that, it lit up, it stopped, and lit up again. I was like, all right, you know what? And then in fact, then went quiet for a bit, and then it lit up one more time after like three or 4 minutes.
Is anyone
That was
here?
pretty cool. That's impressive, kid.
Or touch the antenna, the silver.
This is a holy fuck.
I think he said that was fun.
That was fun? Oh, okay.
You heard that too, right? Or
Yeah,
it was in between those two.
Hello?
Well, if it was fun, you can still play. We're here. No need to stop. We're not even recording.
Anyone here?
You can actually get away with a lot. We have audience, but
Yeah, we just have
you
audio.
could literally go full poltergeist and no one will believe you, and you will make us
That
look
is true.
like the worst ghost hunters ever
Yeah.
until he shines his light on you from across the room.
Yeah.
Touch the REM pod, the red
What's your
dot.
name?
Please?
Why are you here? We can tell you why we're here.
Are there any orphans down here?
Whoa, what was
Who are
that?
you?
Just chill.
Oh my, that's the second time. Earlier, James said the same thing and said, who are you?
That's Key, and I'm Sean. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Jim, are you okay?
He tripped.
No. Something grabbed my fucking neck.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Are you sure it's not?
Sit down.
That's the same side that you had. Is it your hat?
No.
You see? You good?
Yeah.
With your neck? There's nothing, no scars or anything, so.
No, I don't know what the fuck.
And there was like.
This
Oh.
is what
Watch
it
your
felt
foot.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Pull your hippie down. I was walking through and I was about to go through the door and I felt like a
Ooh.
Is there an alternate dimension?
I think.
What's that?
Let's see what you're doing up there. What did they say?
It's toggles through AM channels rapidly. And theoretically, the ghost can push out certain phrases it hears and uses them throughout the radio frequencies. So now you're quiet now that I'm back? That was a hello. Is this someone new?
It's a deeper voice.
Can you put on some Kesha? Can you play with your toy? Is Jimmy afraid?
Say power?
Can you sense Jimmy being afraid? I think I heard the word coward.
You can't follow us. We are going home. We are not allowing you to follow us. We wish you a restful night. God bless you. Hey guys, we just finished the paranormal investigation of the Haunted Orphanage. And let me tell you, it was the great way to conclude our Gettysburg weekend. We had a lot of strange experiences, and well, Jim had a special experience if you want to kind of spoil it.
I was touched. Somebody touched my neck, raised it, but I'm good. I'm growing from it, getting stronger.
So, thanks for watching. This was great. This was amazing. We hope to do more of this in the future. Big thanks to Tom, to the tour company, everyone involved to make this happen. Steve, thank you so much. Key in the back, even though he doesn't want to be part of the intro or outro. Thank you all, and thanks for watching.
Love you guys.